Hey guys, today's a new video, and I'm gonna go ahead and cover the Kurotsuchi and Tichikage Inoki event. So yeah, let's just get started. Might not have time for Zetsu, we'll see. So, it's the Kurotsuchi Tichikage Inoki event on, today, and it lasts for 2 days, today and tomorrow. So basically, it's just the combination card, and then tier 5 items for Kurotsuchi and um, the third, Tichikage. Um, Kirotsuchi is an okay card. She does have quite a few skills. I'm gonna be doing a showcase for her later on because I do have her gold now, and I'm fairly gonna sure I'm gonna get her to diamond fairly soon. But this is important because she's gonna go to Diamond Reborn, or she's gonna go to Reborn fairly soon, within 2 days actually. On the 22nd, I believe, she goes Diamond Reborn, as you can see here. Now, as far as I can tell, she's actually rather cheap to get Diamond Reborn. She only needs 20 fragments and then 30 fruit for reborn, and then 40 fragments and then 60 fruit for bronze, and then 60 for 60 fragments and 90 fruit for silver, and then for gold 120 fragments and 160 fruit, and then finally for diamond you need 240 fragments and 280 fruit. So I mean, if you're number one, you can easily get at the very least silver. Just if you're the first person on the server for number one, I'm fairly sure she's gonna be rather cheap, maybe 3,100 gold recharge if nobody else bothers to fight you for it. Maybe 5k recharge at the most, but either way, if nobody fights you for it, you should have a fairly easy time getting her Diamond Reborn. Now, speaking of that, because Diamond Reborn is coming up, obviously she has a combination card with the Tichukage, and that means that that is a potential, let's give it a semi-decent estimate and say a potential 10 million CP card, a combination card. This particular card in particular, this card in particular actually is not particularly powerful. As much as I said particularly, it's not very powerful. The thing is that while it is powerful in the sense that it's a combination card, that it obviously has stronger abilities than most normal cards. Compared to the combination cards, quite honestly, it's not very impressive. Now, the combination cards that are in play, and the tier 5 items that this particular combination card has are okay, but the thing is that you have to realize that this is a defensive combination card. It is not a offensive by any means. As you can see right here, the tier 5 items that you can get with it are the Golem, which essentially just gives a lot of bonuses to Inoki and Kurotsuchi, and also increases the chance of your skill freezing the enemy. And then the lightweight boots tier 5, once again just bonuses, no actual skills. And then Land of Earth, same thing, no bonuses, no actual skill, all bonuses, no actual skills. And then Tichukage Cloak, should, oh, that's the one that increases your what's it called, your petrification abilities. And then the Black Silk Stockings. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, while this card is okay, it's not the best. It's mostly for defense. That's really all it is. Kurotsuchi herself is okay at offense, but either way, I wouldn't really compare her to anybody like, say, Kakashi and Obito, or even Naruto Hinata combination cards, simply because they're just not in the same league when it comes to damage. Defensive abilities, even the Naruto Hinata combination card still comes out on top just a little bit, simply because Naruto combination card has shield, whereas Kirotsuchi doesn't. She just provides ninjutsu buffs, ninjutsu defense buffs. Now, with that out of the way, if you honestly just want to get the combination card, if you're patient enough, you can just go ahead and buy it for free off of the gift pack. Scroll all the way to the left and go all the way to, I believe it is page 7 or 3. No. And it is page, yeah, go to page 7 and Android, and you can get the combo card Kage and Attendant Tichukage for 60 certificates, Mystical Train Exchange certificate. Really, the reason that's there is because, I mean, you can get it for free in like 60 days, and yeah, you don't need to recharge. If you want the tier 5 items, then you do, but otherwise you don't. If you want to get a free kurotsuchi, you can just do a gold 10 draw. I already did the gold 10 draw, and that's why I now have a gold kurotsuchi. I'll be getting her to diamond fairly soon, but that's for another day. Apart from that, there really isn't that much else to tell in this particular event. While the recharge rewards are pretty decent, once again, they're mostly around the combination card. And I mean, you can get the secondary passive for both Kiritsuchi and the Tichukage at 3,100 gold. But otherwise, really, you get tier 5 items, and that's really about it. That's the biggest attraction for this particular recharge. Otherwise, it's not that important. And yeah, that's really about it when it comes to this particular event. So yeah, let's just get started right into what we're here for. And I know I said we might not have enough time, but I mean, come on, I was just fucking with you guys. Let's be honest here. We all came here for the Diamond Zetsu showcase. That's what we came here, and that's what we're here to see. Now, Diamond Zetsu from Gold Zetsu is not particularly different from either or. The biggest difference here is the CP boost. Now, from Gold to Diamond, you get about 3 million worth of CP. If you actually looked at my full team right now, you saw it is 66.9 million CP, very close to 67 million CP. That's mostly thanks to Diamond Zetsu. Now, I personally only came out at number 3 for recharge rewards in the auction. I believe Nonstop came first, and then just a very close second came Pervy Sage, and then I came in, and then Hokage. Now, first, before I start this particular showcase, big shout out and thank you to Hokage. He's actually one of the ones who made it possible for me to have this particular showcase during this event. Otherwise, I would have been really fucked. I talked to him, and he was really cool about staying where he was for recharge rewards. Basically staying at essentially right behind me in recharge rewards and only getting, well, his goal was gold Zetsu, but either way, he was in a little bit more jeopardy if he stayed where he was at than if he would have gone ahead of me. I could have easily gotten up to 25k recharge, but quite honestly, I really didn't want to do that because, I mean, while the rewards would have been okay and decent, I wouldn't have really wanted those rewards, to be perfectly honest. They would have been decent, okay at the best. They wouldn't have been a very good rewards for me. So coming in third, that's fairly good for me. Now number 1 came in Hokage, and now he has what do you call it? The Diamond Zetsu. There's actually 2 Diamond Zetsus in my server and 1 Gold Zetsu. So you can believe the competition is real. Now, unfortunately, I'm not able to give you a showcase for the Kaguya's Decision skill because that's only for number 1. I did get the Kaguya's Will, but I already had that skin from before, so there's no point in me showing you that. It's just really a cosmetic skin. But first things first, let's just get right into it and look at the items because that's what we're really interested in. As you can see here, I have the Venus Flytrap tier 5 at level 132. It gives you 129k ninjutsu defense, 129k stamina for any card who you equip it to. And then if you equip it to Zetsu, he gets an extra 12k taijutsu defense and 12k ninjutsu defense. And while this particular item is very good just for CP boosting Zetsu, it's not very good for anything else, quite honestly. Then you have the Akatsuki's Cloak, tier 4, that's level 132, 132k stamina at level 132, tier 4, and it just gives bonuses to Zetsu. Not particularly important bonuses. Now, White Zetsu sells tier 5. At level 132, you get 113k hit, 120k ninjutsu attack, and then 80k ninjutsu attack, 180k HP. And you release the Sport Technique, which after the unique skill prevents the front row enemies from using Fury or Chakra. And then there is Hashirama Cells tier 5 at level 130. It gives you 107k hits, 131k ninjutsu attack. And if you equip it to Zetsu, he gets an extra 60k hits and 180k HP. And then my final tier 5 item, the Zetsu's Ninja Shoes, tier 5. Level 132, it gives you 78k taijutsu defense, 20k ninjutsu attack. It increases an extra 90k hits and 150k ninjutsu defense for Zetsu. Now, as you can see, I actually have quite a few tier 5 Zetsu Ninja Shoes. The reason for that being is because when you got the rewards, you got essentially packages like the like the Madara event. Let's see if I can lower the volume on this. I don't think I can. Shit. Anyways, you got packages in which you can go ahead and choose between 3 items or 2 items, depending on which package you have. Now, these give you either tier 5 items or tier 4 items. The packages are different, and they came in as rewards. So, for the tier 5 items, you had to get them from being either 1 through 5 in the entire servers, and for the tier 4 items, you got them for being 1 through 5 in your own server. Now, as I was saying, the reason I have so many Zetsu shoes is because the way that it was set up is in one package, you got either the Zetsu's Venus Flytrap, or you got the Zetsu's Ninja Shoes. Now, like I said, the Venus Flytrap is not particularly useful. Sure, it has a decent amount of CP, but at the end of the day, it's not particularly useful simply because a lot of cards have their own headbands. For example, even Danzo has a headband. Cards like Kakashi, Obito, Madara, they all have their own headband, and I don't particularly want to use that on them. Now, Zetsu's Ninja Shoes, on the other hand, not a lot of equips have actual shoes, as you can see. He's missing them. He's missing them. He's missing shoes. Jiraiya has shoes, but he's weird. Tsunade. All these cards don't have shoes. And the shoes at tier 5 give you quite a few bonuses, which is why I chose them. A very nice amount of ninjutsu attack. And then the other ones I just chose for tier 5 were the, what do you call it? The Hashirama cells, and then the White Zetsu cells, simply because those give me skills and give me nice bonuses that I like. Mainly being hit, which is a very rare commodity in this game. As you can see, my Zetsu actually has 667k hits. Obviously, it's getting boosted by a few other items, such as the Third's Pipe and the, what do you call it? The Sword on Noboko. But either way, hit is a rare commodity in this game, which is why I chose those 2 tier 5 items. Now, the reason I have the tier 5 Venus Flytrap and the tier 5 Zetsu Ninja Shoes is because when I recharged 10k yesterday, above 10k actually, yesterday I got those 2 certificates for my ninja. And yeah, so thing is about Diamond Zetsu, like I said from the very beginning of this little segment, is that it doesn't change that much. Its biggest change is quite honestly the CP. The skill didn't change because I didn't get number 1. The passive skill is still the same, Yin Yang Release, and unfortunately, it still doesn't do it doesn't do any real amount of damage. And what I mean by that is here. Let me show you. So we're going to go into Hero and Death of Sasuke. So that's a fairly easy trial. And as you can see here, Spiritual Manipulation and Weakens, all that's good stuff. Hashirama Cells and 300k damage at the most. Now, obviously, I could put in an active skill on Zetsu, but I choose not to simply because, I mean, Zetsu is not meant for damage. But because this is a showcase and I need to show you how much damage he can do, I'm going to go ahead and put in that skill, which is the Water Blade. If I can find it. Water Release, Water Horn. 2 Taijutsu, 2 Water Techniques. Okay, so we have a lot of Force of Yin Yang. I'm hoping that one day they actually release a skill for Force of Yin Yang for Zetsu himself. Because we have Spore, we have Water Release. Come on. Water. Fire. Spore. Sage Art Wood. Earth Release. Taijutsu. Water Release. Come on. Yang. Yeah, see, Zetsu has so many unique bloodlines, and yet no actual skills to go along with them. I mean, Force, what's it called? Yin Yang is really the only one passive skill that you can equip to him that can be kind of said is his, and even then it's mostly Obito's. So wait, we have Reincarnation, we have Earth. No, we still need Sage Art. Snake. Shit. I was thinking I could put in something else instead of the active skill, but it looks like I can't. Let's see, come on. We need 1 more water and then 1 more taijutsu. Come on. Come on. There we go. Taijutsu. And then finally, water, not reincarnation. There you go. Beautiful. So we're going to go ahead and equip that skill. Keep in mind that this skill is fairly easy to use, and you can get it during this event. Just have kurotsuchi silver at the very least. And as you can see, like I said, I put on that skill, and we have the water release, water horn. So we're going to go ahead and see the difference between Zetsu with an active skill and Zetsu without an active skill. So 160 something K, and then now we have the actual skill itself, and 5 million worth of damage, and 10 million worth of damage. Cool. 10 million. Stun, and then 10 million. So as you can see, Zetsu can do quite a bit of damage if you put in the right active skill on him. Unfortunately, this is actually one of the rare few active skills that you can actually put on him, because like I said, he doesn't have any active skills for himself. This is mostly a stolen one from what's her face, Kurotsuchi. So yeah, he can do damage, just that the problem is that the unique skill itself doesn't do a lot of damage. I haven't tested out the 100k, what do you call it, the 100k, skill, but that's mostly because I don't have 100k to spend on it. Someday I'm gonna get that, but as you can see, I only have 87 gold right now, so that's not gonna happen anytime soon. I like the fact that I managed to get this simply because, I get to keep all of my hit, and I go up quite a bit, as you can see. What went wrong? Oh yeah, okay, I changed the bloodlines, that's what went wrong. Let me go ahead and change them back to force of yin yang. And Spore. It'd be pretty sweet if we can come up with a skill for this guy, but unfortunately the devs haven't seen fit to release any. It'd be nice though. It'd be very nice. I love the fact that when I want the Force of Yin Yang, that's when it really doesn't want to show up. But yeah, let's see. Give me a moment. Sorry if I sound rather sleepy or just incoherent. It's because I need to go to sleep in like 10-20 minutes. That's why I'm doing this showcase right now. And just give me a moment and I'll be able to go ahead and just show you, I guess, whatever I was going to show you. It really does suck that Zetsu doesn't have, what's it called? Wood release, like the actual wood release skill. Because then I could just put on the active skill from Hashirama. Because, see, Hashirama's active skill is, let me find it. Hashirama. Let's see, Yeah, see, you need, okay, yeah. What do you need? You need wood release, and then you need wood release Shodai, and unfortunately Zetsu has neither one of those skills. Looking quickly through the seat to the skills that I have, maybe I can put something else on him. But right now the best thing I can put on him is the water release water horn. And it doesn't look like there is, actually. Yeah, Power of All Creation requires the wood release. Explosive tag might have some potential, but either way, it's not particularly good. At least compared to, what do you call it? Compared to the water release, water blade, or whatever it's called. Phoenix Sage, okay, so it looks like I can't put anything else on there. But yeah, that's really about it when it comes to showcasing Zetsu. Zetsu's really very, very powerful. It's actually my most powerful card right now, CP-wise at the very least. DPS and other stuff like that, it kind of falls short, but I mean, It's okay, I guess, at the end of the day. And let me just go ahead and try to get this stupid force of Zetsu yin yang, and then I'll go ahead and end the video because I am actually kind of tired. Gotcha, bitch. Yin yang release, fuck. And come on, just a few more. That's a fucking yin yang release. There we go. It sensed my anger and it was afraid. And come on. Damn it. For fuck's sakes. For fuck's sakes. There we go. So yeah, at the moment, that's really about it for this particular video. Not much else to tell. I'll do a kurotsuchi showcase fairly soon. I did get both of her passives and almost all of her items. I don't know whether she has Dust Release as an item, but I did get most of her items, so it's going to take me a while to get there. But otherwise, I am at 66.9 million, fairly close to 67 million. I'd say within a week or so, I'll get to 67 million fairly easily. And yeah, that's really about it for this particular video. Not much else to tell. So, leave a like if you liked it. Leave a dislike if you don't. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with a new video. Bye.